Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report. Still sitting alongside John Haskins, the head women's basketball coach. And Coach Haskins, we just finished talking about your sophomores, post players, Kiara Haney and Jasmine Kemp. And you also have a really good freshman that's in the starting lineup in Chandrika Foley.
Yeah, Chandrika's been a pleasant surprise. And we knew she would play some for us, but I didn't think she'd play 33 minutes a game for us. And she's just really come on. The first thing about Chandrika is she's a very intelligent kid. And she's a sponge. I mean, you tell her something one time and she does it. And it's just unbelievable how quickly she's picked up on what we've done. She's got good leadership skills. She probably needs to be a little more vocal, but I think that's typical for a freshman. They're not going to be real vocal with a group of experienced players. But good defender, plays really hard. Just been a great addition to our program. I think she's got a positive assist-turnover ratio. She's averaging 6 or 7 points a game. So we've got a lot of pluses out of her.
Knowing her personality, because you coach her on a day in and day out basis, a lot of freshmen hit that wall about midway through conference season. Do you anticipate that with her, or do you expect her to stay as consistent as she has been?
Well, I hope not. I mean, I hope she can keep it up. She's a tough kid mentally and physically, so I think she'll be fine there. And she just loves to play the game. So I think she'll be fine, and I know what you mean. There's a lot of freshmen that, you know, college basketball is different. It's an adjustment, and it's more involved. And when they get about mid-conference play, they kind of do hit that wall.
Yeah. Let's talk about your starting lineups, because you've had some different players enter starting lineups. You've changed your starting lineups a little bit. Taylor Galentine, Wayne Mack, Kiara Haney's been thrown in there. Can you talk a little bit about your different lineups?
Well, I think there's about 3 things that affect what we do, and one has been injuries. So Courtney Bolton's been injured and has been out, so we've got Kiara in the starting lineup more, or changed the starting lineup more. Sometimes putting Kemp in the post versus a 3 position. So that's been one thing. I think the other thing is you know, who's playing well, and so that's made a difference. If somebody's playing well, we may slip them into the starting lineup because they've had a couple really good practices, a reward for that. And I think the other third thing is matchups. You know, a lot of it depends on who you're playing. You know, if we're playing a team that starts 4 perimeter players, we may not start 2 true post. Vice versa, if we're starting to play a team that's got size, we may start 2 true posts. So that's affecting our lineup also. But I really feel like we've got about 7 starters, and they're kind of interchangeable.
And I think a lot of people don't understand that. They don't realize that depending on the team you play, you're going to change your starting lineup.
Correct. And kids need to understand that too. You
right.
know, oh, coach benched me, I'm not starting now. You know, and I tell them all the time, it's not who starts the game, but who finishes the game.
Right.
You know, and you want to be out there on the floor when the game's on the line.
So those are some of your freshmen and sophomores, but you also have a lot of experience. You have 7, 8 juniors and seniors on your 14-person roster. Does that experience seem to help in the leadership area for your team?
Well, we've got some senior experience. On the flip side of that, you know, Courtney's been out and hasn't been playing. But we've got Jasmine Harrison, Taylor Galentine, and Amelia Parton, who have all done a good job for us. None of the 3 are real vocal leaders. I think that's one thing that's kind of missing, is just somebody to take the bull by the horns and here's where we're going. You know, I tell them all the time, the coaches can't do all of that, and players have got to take more ownership. And that's one thing that we're still working on, because we've got, you know, when you've got some of your better players that are also quiet kids, you know, that's sometimes not the best of mixes.
Right. Yeah, well, you have a lot of experience. You have some freshmen and sophomores that are playing. Are there chemistry issues with that, with older players and younger players playing together?
None. These last 2 years have been as good chemistry-wise as I've had as a men's coach or a women's coach. I mean, these kids, and particularly on this team, they all get along, they all like each other, they all like playing together. I don't think there may be a little familiarity issues with playing together, but in terms of kids getting along, and no, it's really been pleasant and been good.
And talking to you in the past, your girls really have a high GPA. Is that correct?
For the most part, yes,
yeah.
yes, and we've got a very good team academically right now.
Yeah. Well, you're about halfway through the season. You're just getting rolling in conference play. Where would you like to see yourself here in the next month and a half, 2 months of season?
I think we've got to make that run where we're being more consistent on both ends of the floor. You know, you look at our last 2 games, we've scored 88 points. That's not going to win a lot of games in a Peachville, averaging 44 points a game. We've got to get better, more consistent offensively. We've got to continue to be consistent defensively, which for the most part I think we are. I think those are the two areas. Just consistency where we can come out and win close games. We play in too many spurts. We play well for 3 or 4 minutes, and then when we play poorly for 5 minutes. I think we've got to get consistent through 40 minutes.
Okay. Well, next up this weekend, Columbus State, Georgia Southwestern. When this show airs, you'll be ready to play Columbus State. So, want to wish you best of luck with that. Coach John Haskins, the head women's basketball coach here at UNC Pembroke. Next, we have an interview with Paul O'Neill with a preview for the upcoming baseball season.